before, top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bobcats will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Western Michigan's offense will get the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Tough sledding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Sticks it in his belly. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. 1st down for this offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Finds his back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
They'll give it to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Western Michigan.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Athens, Ohio for an entertaining first half than you? Here's a quick recap. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about. But I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
The Broncos will boot it away to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Run it with the fullback. And the Broncos will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, the ground game. On the move at the 30. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. The offense set for a first down play. To the ground with the back.
The ball carrier is the running back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking for space. It's Gilliam. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking for room at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down. Running back searching for a hole.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Right back to the well. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. The give as they work on that clock.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. with the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The give to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense in an empty set. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll throw on 3rd down. And that pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't